I see his car here, so he's still here somewhere.
Okay, appreciate it.
You've been hiding it. You've been
Heard from you. You ain't called and said, hey, fat boy, how you doing today?
No, I'll check in here and there.
Thank you. Wow.
Yes. The copy of the CDAC, its functions and its responsibilities. I thought y'all should all have it.
Thank you, I appreciate that. You told me your mind up, please.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Well, you know,
I like to.
you know the habits.
I know,
Yeah,
that's, you were
yes,
right.
ma'am, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not poor. See the mayor's one, two.
The only one that we're missing is Miss Walker. So everybody else is here.
Okay, two, and we, as a unit, keep our own, at number 5. We have there, there's no way we can go.
Think you is we ready to roll?
Yeah, it's up and running.
Okay, cool. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get this meeting up and running. This is, today is our organizational meeting for the CDAC for District 3. Okay. I am very pleased that everybody is here. The only person that we're missing is Ms. Walker. She may be running just a tad bit late, but we're going to get started. In front of you, I handed out, thanks to Miss Square, she was able to find the ordinance for the CDAC board so that everybody can be abreast as to what's going on. What are the responsibilities of being on the CDAC and what's expected of them. Okay. So we have a couple of things to get together today. And one of those things is going to be our schedule. Okay. So we're going to do something just a tad bit different. Okay. And I think that by doing this, I think that everybody else is going to somewhat mimic what we're doing here. So this meeting here is unique. Okay. Normally, they allow the CDACs to function individually in their respective precincts, okay? But my decision is to at least once or twice a month, we all meet together collectively to discuss development, to discuss schedule, to discuss budget, to discuss rules of conduct and regulations. We want to be the adults in the room for our specific precinct. Okay. Now, Ms. Ford and Ms. Hughes are very active in this district. Okay. Along with Ms. Harris, the three of them are extremely active. And that's why I'm very grateful that they're actually on my CDAC, because I get a second view or a second opinion outside of my own, which is something that I love, because it allows you to see both sides of the coin as opposed to just your own side. Okay, so we're going to decide here tonight as much as we can in the short time that we got. We need to do scheduling. We need to do code of conduct. We need to decide, are we following Robert's Rules of Orders, which I'm pretty sure that we are, but that's something that this board is going to have to decide. We need to discuss development in this district. There's a lot of developments coming through this district in Highland Park, in District 3. Okay, so I'm going to open the floor to everybody in here. If there's any questions or the concerns, Let's get those out of the way first, and then we need to get down to the matter of what we're gonna be doing here, okay?
So,
Yes, Ms. Harris.
Councilman, even though we shook hands with most of them as they came in, I think each and everyone else should just stand up and just get say, my name is Sue, so everybody can put pictures to the name.
I like the sound of that.
And maybe, a little small, what you heard about yourself.
We can start with you, Ms. Harris, go right ahead. Yeah, okay. Since you put the idea, I think let's bring it up.
Good evening, my name is Miss Harris. I've been very active in the community for over 40 years. And I was honored when our former mayor chose me to be a member of the CDAC when it first started in 2020. And I worked in District 3 to precinct 6. So my name is Miss Harris. And I think I welcome the person here that's excuse me, on our team, Ms. Ford, Mr. Price, and Mr. Price. And I look forward to getting to know the rest of you. Thank you.
Good evening, my name is Renee Ford. I'm a lifelong Highland Parker. I am on the school board, board of directors, secretary. I was elated to see that we're going to get more involved in the CDAC. So once we get all this done, I want us to be able to exchange phone numbers. You know, so if you see something in your precinct, even though we're all one district, you see something on your end, and say, hey, it's coming to, this is what we want to do. We want to be able to set an example and have our council person represent us with anything that's going on in this district. We all want to be one. We got to get back to be together. So I'm glad to see everyone.
I have to say.
No, you don't have to stand up.
You do not have to stay if you don't want to.
Good evening. My name is Marjorie Thomas, and I've lived in Highland Park since 1970. Very quiet, but if you drive down the street, see the beautiful flowers, that's me. I am a community person. I do a lot of outreach. I've done a lot of counseling. I graduated from Wayne State University in 1978 with a master's degree. I'm a counselor. I don't work anymore, but I do a lot of pro bono work with individuals. And I want to be a part of my community in a different light. My kids graduated from Highland Park High School. I fought in the street with the kids and always doing things to enhance my community. And if before I leave this earth, if I could just see a few changes. I came here when it was a beautiful city.
Yeah.
That's how I'm locked in here now because of the view. If we could just get it back halfway, it would be something that I could take with me. And I'm here, I'm willing to exchange phone numbers. I'm willing to work with someone. I mean, everybody. So we can get our city back to what it is.
Thank you. She said the street, I just want to know what street.
Oh.
I live up here, Black and White House.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm Shannon Bryce, and I've lived in Highland Park over a decade. I live on Highland Street, near the MLK Park. I'm one of the park adoption partners with the city to help steward the park. We do cleanups, and I've been doing that for a couple of years now. And over in the past decade, I've done a lot of like community organizing for like social justice oriented things, and also concert promotion, all kinds of different music. I'm also a DJ past decade, also been doing that. And I look forward to being able to contribute back even more directly, you know, for the community, which I care a lot about. We own a house on Highland Street, and we do a little community garden next door. And we just try and like hold our area together where we're at and try to you know, move forward with positive activities like the park, keeping that together and you know, functional and asset for the neighborhood. It's like right in the middle of my community where I'm at. So it's really great. Then definitely thanks Councilman Shafi's helped us a couple times, get dumpsters out there for park cleanups. We filled them up and been great, inspiring to see it, like people come together and let's hold it together like that. Nice to meet everybody. All exchange numbers.
My name is Sandra Gamble. Highland Park, a long time, worked for Miss Ford during the Head Start years, so it's been a long time. I am a licensed social worker myself, still working, and I definitely love helping people and helping my community. I was Black Club president of the Grove. Over the years, I used to be Black Club president. We don't have any people now. It's everybody that's moved out or died. Miss Cray, I'm sure everybody's familiar with her. But I'm always outside cleaning my block. And you know, they call me the nosy neighbor, but they have to be. But I look forward to working with you guys, because we all want the same thing, just to see our part grow. And if you, Devin can have my number, and as a social worker, if you know anybody who's in need of anything, you know, you can let me know. I work right now, I'm working with pregnant moms and moms with babies under one. We'll have to provide a lot of resources.
My name is Yolanda Rowland Muse. If you recognize the last name, yes, I am with the Legacy family Rowland. My grandfather was city treasurer from the early 80s to the late 90s, but not just Rowland. So I absolutely love the city. I think I heard somebody say that, you know, when it restored the city back, I remember when this was the city of trees. Every house had a tree in front of it. I remember the swimmobile, right? I remember the fruit truck coming around. I remember the Caucus Club. My parents met at the, where the Monterey Park is or in Hamilton, used to be a Dairy Queen. That's where my parents met each other at 13 and 14 years of age. So I am just Highland Park all the way, where the first time I resided in Highland Park, I was an adult. I stayed in the historic building right there at Glendale and Woodward. So I'm very excited to return back to the city and do whatever I can to restore it. Professionally, I work for Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. I'm a senior analyst in our customer service division. I've sat on many committees, church and for schools with my children. And I'm just here to do the work. I think District 3, if they don't tell about that district, but I think District 3 is probably the best district because we have so much that we can work with and on, right? We have businesses that we can talk to. Isn't the rec center part of it? And you know, so it's a lot of things that I think we can do just looking at what we have. And I'm excited to work with everyone. As far as phone numbers, I want you guys to think about maybe a text thread or either if you have not next door, it's another app that you can use, but that way we can always be in communication. So yeah, definitely. Thank you. And this is Noah and Noel. These are two of my 3 grandkids. And yeah.
Hi, everybody. My name is Mark Ashley Trice. I spent most of my life here in Highland Park. I was born in Detroit, but I was adopted by Highland Park. Most of you already know me. I don't want to be long-winded, but I've been active for pretty much for my entire adult life. I've been active with Highland Park. I've been active with the state, with different positions and stuff like that. I just love the people of Highland Park. The people of Highland Park have a uniqueness about everything in the past, now, and in the future, because I'm also optimistic about the future of Highland Park. I don't believe that our best days is in the past. I believe that we did have good, awesome days in the past, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But our best days is still ahead of us. It's not, a thing in the past, and that's one of the many reasons why I'm active in Highland Park, because I love the people of Highland Park. And I graduated from Highland Park High in 2004. Miss Harris, I graduated with Miss Harris' son in class of 2004. So she could be my backup person on how long I've been been involved with Highland Park. But anyways, my name is Mark Ashley Price, and anybody from District 3, I'm willing to have a working relationship with. District, I knew that councilman for like over a decade now, so I know he's really active in the city and whatnot. But again, I know most of you already know me anyways, but even the individuals who may not know me, I'm willing to get to know you, you individuals who may not know me. Again, my name is Mark Ashley Price. I just love Highland Park. Thank you.
Right. So, so ladies and gentlemen, this particular, what we're doing here is somewhat unique, and I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be mimicked and copied. So this collective meeting is going to serve the purpose of us coming together collectively to decide on the betterment of this district, okay? And it's also going to serve, I think no longer, now that we're formed and we're all set up, the responsibilities in which I had no longer follow me, they now follow me, okay? And that includes how I vote. How this board votes dictates how I'm going to vote at council, okay? I will listen to this board. I will do as this board has asked me to do, and I will participate in what this board is asking me to participate in. Okay, and I'm pretty sure that should please you extremely well, right, Ms. Ford?
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's gonna please you well. So by that I mean that when it comes to our expenses, our expenses for the CDAC fund, I no longer dictate that. That's your department. You dictate how they tap it, and it must be a majority rule type of situation. So what y'all want to do? If you want to participate in the parade, that's your choice. If you want to do garbage cans, that's your choice. No longer will you be asking me for something in this district that you can't get from yourselves, because you now have full control. Okay? And I'm going to yield to that with no problem. Okay? You will each continue to have your own individual meetings in your various precincts. This meeting is for us to come together either once or twice a month to share collectively and to decide collectively as to the things that we're going to do in upcoming events. And we're also going to take this meeting as an opportunity for development that's coming into this district to come before us before it finds its way to council. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So that way you know what's happening before it even gets to council, and then you can decide if that's something you want to do. Does that fit the idea or the aesthetics of this community? Because I know that in District 3, yeah, we're real picky about what you about to build over here, but yeah, we don't play that game. Oh, you want shipping containers? Yeah, they don't fit what we're looking for over here. Sorry. So all of these things will be decided by you and you alone, and how you vote is going to be based on how I vote at council, and I will honor that vote. Okay, so the first thing I would like to do, if possible, if we can pull out our phones and look at our calendars and see what's going to be our next meeting date. Okay. You would like to meet before the holidays or after the holidays? Is my suggestion, I'm thinking that one more meeting before the holidays would be better because we come back in our official capacity in January.
My name is-
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
So right now, is this third Wednesday, Thursday? Is this the second or third, Thursday?
Okay.
Second Thursday.
Third,
Thursday?
No, November is the
Third.
second.
This is
Thursday.
considered second
So we
Thursday.
just say, continue to pick the second Thursday each month.
Okay,
I mean,
because you know,
raise our hands and move it.
right, now, the reason that I made this suggestion is because the city council meets on the first and third Monday of every month, right? So if we stay in the second and fourth week of every month, then we can meet right after city council meets, and if something comes to the workshop the previous meeting, then it can come to us, so we can be prepared for the next council meeting. You know what I'm saying? So we're like right behind each council meeting, so, but it's up to you to decide if you want to meet once a month or twice a month.
So Matt, and so this second Thursday, that would come before the third Monday of the meeting.
Exactly, so you know that next week, Monday, is council meeting.
So
Okay,
I made a suggestion, we have to vote on this something.
okay, all I'm saying, we're still discussing it there.
Okay,
So another discussion would be is, we want to take in consideration, December is. If we do it once a month, and now you got December,
Mhm,
and that's the holiday,
mhm,
we have to respect everybody's religion
mhm,
as far as Kwanzaa.
mhm.
I'm not sure, Mr. Shafi, what you do, or, we wanna respect everybody.
Mhm,
So right now, I can see, and it's winter time,
mhm.
and you know how the park is not really good on cleaning their streets.
Oh, yeah, not.
And so we don't wanna put anybody out there in December and January that don't need to be out on the road, and it's dark.
Mhm.
A lot of us go into our homes by ourselves. Ms. Thomas has a young man with her, which is good. I can call my son and tell him to be at the door. But we have to be mindful when we're voting on these meetings right now.
Mhm.
It's dark.
That's right.
And Ms. Harris is usually by herself.
Mhm.
We don't wanna overdo it.
Gotcha.
Right now, if we could suggest it, and I would like to hear everybody else's opinion, once a month would be fine, and the second Thursday would be perfect, because that's right in between the two.
That's right.
So that's my opinion.
Okay, okay. Is any other thoughts, Mark?
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, please.
Okay, I was agreeing with Ms. Ford is saying, because this is winter, it's getting dark, and most of us that's here are women. And I feel like we have to take that into consideration. And also, more of a personal note, besides the women, I'm not a big guy. I feel for my safety as well. I'm not a big strong guy. I'm not big as a councilman. This gentleman over here, he's not a big guy either. So we have to consider that all of us are either women or not a big guy like that. And I feel like we have to consider that too. I don't want, because it's winter, I'm glad Ms. Ford mentioned that, because I was actually thinking about that, because it gets dark more earlier. If it was summertime, that might be different. But and Miss Rowlands have her grandchildren with her. I don't know how often she might want to bring her grandchildren as well, but we have to consider that as well. And I feel like that's really important about the timing. Like, my schedule is fluid, so I mean, I probably will agree what the group will agree on, probably. But I guess just to make a long story short, I guess we have to consider those things about women and the two guys that you're not big and stuff. And we have to consider that for the women.
Well, I second your recommendation.
And I said, I said.
Well, I'm sorry, I just had a suggestion, right? Because we are in what, 2024, getting ready to go into 2025. We can do meetings, maybe. Ain't nobody gotta leave their home.
Mhm.
We can, you can put, you know, if you need help, we can talk about how you did it on your phone.
Right.
But those meetings, we do that with my family.
Right,
Though that way it's nobody leaving, going out their house. Again, like you said, the weather, the snow, it getting dark. You know, an in-person meeting, you know, maybe once a month, but if we have to have the subcommittee for each district, maybe that's something we can look at doing on, Teams.
sound like a good idea.
Okay. So we all agree with second Thursday and once a month.
Well, we're about to vote on it now.
Okay. I'm just asking, so I can understand.
Okay, so all those in favor of meeting once a month, second week of the month. Well, the second Thursday of every month.
At 6 o'clock,
Huh?
at 6, at 6.
6 o'clock.
Yes,
Yeah,
at
you,
6 o'clock.
yeah, okay, cool, okay, yeah.
Okay, all those in favor say aye, all those opposed?
Oh, I raised my hand.
Passes unanimously, all right. Yeah,
And that's for that's for the whole body,
yes,
correct?
ma'am,
So
yeah,
those that are in the same district together, then
okay,
they would have their own separate meeting, if I understood you correctly.
yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am,
So-
right, so that would
When
put
was
our
the sixth?
next collective meeting on the 13th of December, okay?
You mean the 12th? If it's on.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, the 12th, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's 12, thank you.
We don't have any events, do we, in Highland Park on that day, do we?
No events on that day, no ma'am, the calendar is clear.
And I liked your idea with like, maybe it's a video chat sometimes, if it's more convenient for like safety or. Concerns, it accommodated.
Yeah, cause we don't never know when the weather, you know,
Guess as
how
long as we're,
Michigan is.
touching base. Yeah. once a month is
It's
fine.
very easy, like, you know, I actually, because I have my issues with my knees, I don't make a lot of city council meetings, and it's gotten colder, because my knees were doing. But I sit and watch it on YouTube, right, you know, so again, I think Teams works perfectly, that's how
Okay,
I've existed at Blue Cross Blue Shield since the pandemic, you know.
Yeah, that seems good.
okay, next order of business,
Yeah.
are we accepting and fine with following Robert's Rules of Order?
Definitely.
Okay,
Well, does everybody know what Robert's rules
rules of
of order
orders are. Okay,
We have three members that we, sure, because they are either appointed or elected.
exactly.
So if we select the fifth, she's appointed. So,
Okay,
and I guess we'll get right as we belong together.
okay, so we're in agreement with Robert's Rules of Order.
I'm a little rusty at it, but I've
Okay.
got a lot of experience with
Okay,
that.
cool. Okay, so, so all those in favor for Robert Rules of Order, say aye. Perfect. Okay. Any that oppose? I think so. Okay. Now, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of time, do a little bit of homework, okay? For those of you, and I know there's every single one of you here in this room. Who watches us, our city council meeting, things can be a little bit childish and immature, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so again, I want us to be the adults in the room, okay? So, having said that, we also need, by the next meeting, I want everybody to think about their code of conduct, okay, for these meetings, okay? You know what I'm saying? I feel it's out of line, it's unnecessary for us to be talking back and forth in a nasty or disrespectful manner toward each other, trying to tear each other down. That doesn't help the unification of this group. Okay. So we need to work on a set of codes of conduct. Okay, we need to decide who's gonna be the recorded, secretary for this meeting. And I need to also decide who is going to officiate this meeting in the event that I'm unable to make it myself. So that's gonna be something that you guys are going to have to, decide as well, okay? We do have the holiday that is coming up. So you guys need to decide if you want to participate in that and to what extent. Okay, I've already been asked by Sydney's fight to donate. I told him I said, but once I meet with my CDAC, they can decide that level of donations. That's up to you. Okay.
Can we have a little discussion around that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm with other organizations that's helping with it and stuff. I think for us, because this is our first meeting in November, we don't even have an agenda of the things that we may want to do, where that is an amazing event. I think you have a great amount of support.
Okay,
Our funds could be used maybe later on down the line for something different,
okay,
that comes up. So I wouldn't, like, I'm going, and we maybe we can show up and not in money, but show up in deeds, right? And so maybe we can go volunteer, bring our own families, and identify ourselves as District 3. We're out here supporting the city, but I don't necessarily feel comfortable right now contributing to that
okay,
when we don't know what we want to do at home.
okay.
Right?
My
Okay.
question is, what function are you guys talking about?
He said city's right, so that's the tree lighting.
Yeah, I think they get a tree lighting, they have it every year.
Oh, yes, I do participate.
Okay.
All right, also, is there some written information as far as what we can and cannot use this money for?
There are some guidelines, now you have those guidelines, I can bring them to, I can make copies for everybody and bring them at the next meeting, it's not a problem. But it's pretty much, there's not that big of a limit as to what you can and can't do. But the one thing that you can do is take this money and put it into your pocket and go out to the club.
Right,
Okay?
right.
Yeah, that you can.
Right. I'm in agreement with Miss Yolanda. Is that okay if I can call you?
Yeah, you know that.
Miss Rowland.
No, you miss Yolanda.
Okay, because we're newly formed, we want to get the rules and the regulations
That's right.
down first.
Yes.
That's right.
I love Sydney, I'm a Highland Park, and I think we all go and help participate. I wore my little Santa dress last year, so I was Miss Santa. But right now, we need to focus on getting organized.
Agree.
We don't want to jump in and say, we're gonna give him $500 and
Right.
we need to maybe put some garbage cans on every other block or do something to get the bushes down and the stop signs when these kids are walking to school. So I'm in agreement with we should hold off right now and maybe get a calendar starting the first of the year.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this.
Okay. Yes, it is.
Thank you. I think that we should keep our funding within our 2 districts. We're not gonna take, excuse me, sorry, I need to say that like that. It's my recommendation that we focus on the people that are assigned to our district. It's for us to take care of us. And right now, as she said, we're coming together to build. And right now, I don't think we should take any of our funding and donate it to anybody right now. It's not like that purpose is not being funded. It's been well taken care of. We need to always take in consideration who we are and who we represent. We're here to take care of us. Our money is for us to take care of us, the whole district. That's my recommendation and suggestion. Let's stay focused on us.
Yeah, I agree.
So all those in favor to
Stay focused on us.
books, I want to use weights to consider participating in everything of financially in our district.
Correct. I agree with that.
So all those in favor say aye. All those opposed?
Do we have an amount of the money that,
Yes, every year is $5,000.
okay.
Yes, ma'am. Every year.
Yeah.
Is that for precincts?
No. It's
For the whole.
right. It's for the whole district, unfortunately.
So
That would be sweet if it was per
PRQ
precinct, wouldn't it?
Precincts?
Yeah,
So it'd be like 20
okay.
25 per precinct, or,
And you know what, and I can really, me personally, I wouldn't really say per precinct, cause your end might need a little bit more cleanup.
Yeah.
Than the other end.
Yeah,
yeah,
But we don't wanna neglect the fact that we're gonna spend all the money on one end.
that's right.
We wanna be fair, but we're not gonna say, oh, you get 25, you get 25.
Yeah.
yeah,
Because-
where are we trying to, oh, I'm sorry.
Well, we might not, on our end, or anybody's end, we might not need it per se. And yeah, we might wanna start on half, so, you know, we just don't wanna say, you get 25, you get 25, we just wanna
That's
say,
the end, yeah.
yeah, we don't wanna start limiting
We're gonna
ourselves.
try and work like as a district,
Right, we wanna do it as.
that's fine, yeah.
Right, because this board, she's correcting that, because what that creates is, it creates an unconscious divide.
Mhm.
Okay, y'all down there,
Yeah.
I'm over
Yeah.
here.
Across the tracks, as we used to say
Right,
back in the day.
we don't wanna have that in our mindset, we're collectively functioning together, that's what we wanna, what's for the betterment of the whole of the district of District 3, is what matters to us. Okay, everybody benefits across the board, okay? And if we need to put a little bit more down there as opposed to here, then so be it. You know what I'm saying? But what's best for the entire district is what we should be concerned with.
Right.
Okay. All right, okay, so I will have the scheduling done, since that's been agreed upon. We got like 15 minutes here. Again, I'm gonna give y'all a little assignment for a code of conduct. For these meetings, you know what I'm saying? I could just simply just write something out, but again, that's not how I wanna function. I want you guys to decide what's best for us collectively. Okay, that's what matters to me, okay? Yes, Ms. Ford.
I know you said as a collective whole meeting, I would like to nominate Ms. Yolanda as recording secretary.
Well, I would appreciate that nomination.
Okay.
Life is busy for me right now. And that, where I would love to do it, I can't, I don't wanna say I can't, it's just my time is very, spread out, right?
Okay.
And I don't wanna add anything to it. I can be yeah. Man, Ms. Ford, why you doing me? Because you know why you say no.
I'm already a secretary somewhere and.
I can do it, come on, I can do it, I got you, sure, executive. Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm busy.
So, now.
We work together.
Yes or no?
I said yes, and we're gonna work together on it, just to make sure. So we'll both be at the meetings, taking notes, I'll write them up and then probably send them to, I'm saying it again.
Sandra.
Send it to Miss Sandra and she can add her notes or approve what I have and then we'll get it out that way. Yes.
So what we agreed is that maybe we can work together and make sure we capture everything.
Okay, all right. Yes, Ms. Hayes, go ahead.
I have a question.
Oh,
Is Sarah?
yeah.
No, she said yes, I know I was gonna say no, and I was gonna nominate. Mr.
Just to be clear, so the councils of, because there's two for the district,
Mhm.
we're gonna work together as like one group. basically.
Yeah, so basically, let me sum it up for you. You're still going to operate in your individual capacity. Okay, well, I tell you, which means that you have to decide in your precinct who's going to be your president, who's going to be your vice chair. You're going to hold your regular meetings, and once a month, we're going to come together collectively to update everybody and decide on collective matters that's going to affect both precincts at the exact same time. Okay, so that's why I wanted to have this particular meeting, because this one is going to be the one that keeps us collectively together as opposed to you being in 6, Miss Thomas is down in 5, and you really never really interact with one another. I don't want to have that with this district. Okay, I want us to be one collective unit, and if we meet once a month, we can update everybody as to what's going on in each precinct. Any questions, any concerns, any issues, this board that knows all about it, and then we can tackle it collectively. And then at the same time, we can decide collectively what we want in our district, how we want to spend our money, what we're looking to have happen in this district, etc. So that's the purpose of this meeting, okay, to keep us collectively connected together. Okay,
Just keeping in mind, there may be times where we're gonna have to break the work up, right? So District 1 would do this is what they would be responsible for. District 2, District 3, and then, you know, have, like you said, have those meetings and then come back. Depending on what we're doing, we'll be able to move forward. We don't have to, cause see, what I don't want to happen, and I don't believe it's gonna happen with this group, because you guys sound ready to get to work. I don't want this to become stagnant, right? I want us to be able to have you say at every council meeting what we do.
that's right.
Right?
That's
And
right.
so, we wanna be able to set that standard, not just for us, but for the rest of the group, you know, when one is doing good, I mean, just think if your group really did good, you know, people would be flipping.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Exactly the point.
exactly the point, so
Yeah.
that's why I want us, I was thinking along the lines of like, when we do those small district meetings, you know, we can talk about the things in it, but then when we come here, we can talk about how it comes together for the whole district, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
It makes perfect sense.
Just trying to clarity too. Also, will give us like maybe 5 days to come together in the area so we can all different experiences.
Well, you know, that is actually something that you can do, in your private district meetings. It's definitely something that y'all need to get together individually and get done, okay? What's gonna happen here is what we're voting on here is what we're gonna collectively do, okay?
But I was just thinking, since we're gonna have the majority of District 5, and we have 6, that we break up for like 5 or 3 minutes and we pick our officers.
Okay, well, we have like 10 minutes here, so we're into an hour now,
So
okay?
can we have 3 minutes where we can go, we go over there, district, when the 6 go over there to that table, and we'll pick our officer and come right back to you.
If you wanna do that, that's fine with me.
so precinct 5 ready to pick their officers tonight?
Then press,
Okay, hold a second. Now precinct 5, you guys are gonna have to wait in 5.
Because Sandra's not here.
Because Ms. Walker is not here, okay, but precinct 6 can do that. Okay, but 5 is gonna have to wait, because Ms. Walker's gotta be here. Now, another thing that's important, okay, you guys have to pick a 5th member. You have to pick a 5th member, so precinct 6 is already here, y'all can have a look and decide for your 6th member of who that's gonna be. Okay, 5 again. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to wait because Ms. Walker is not here. Okay, you know what I'm saying, but yeah, you know, there's something that's gonna have to be done as well too. So we need that 5th member, and we need to think about codes of conduct as well. I'm looking for insight from every member in here, okay? Y'all see the shenanigans that go on. What about those shenanigans you don't like? We need to think about what cannot be done and what's gonna be the penalty or the price tag for doing it if it's done. Okay? But every action has a consequence to it, right or wrong. Okay, and that will apply here as well.
So I don't have a problem with being called. I like my first name. And I've been scored everywhere else. So my name is Renee. I mean, and, you know, I respect that. But thank you.
Y'all are killing me because I want you to understand Even though I was born up north, I was raised by Southern parents, okay? And it's yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, Miss Ford, Miss Thomas,
Yeah.
Mr. Thomas, et cetera. To call you by your first name is going to drive you crazy.
Okay, that's fine. That's just a habit. I'm gonna say, okay, so so listen, so,
Yeah, I can get more.
and I and I have a printer at home, so we need to kind of slide it in.
I can design flyers. I do like that.
No, I'm good. No, no.
I thought you were high fiving. I was like, all right.
We got 8 minutes here, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, we separated art because we have our library review.
Oh, okay, okay, so I'm gonna go down here.
No, I'm gonna come down and see.
Okay.
Okay, so, and I'm like, this is.
Me and.
Oh,
Are we missing somebody from district?
Yeah.
District three precinct.
And I nominate this for his
Vice
first.
President.
Vice President.
So all in favor of the nomination, Ms. Harris, President, Mark, Treasurer.
Okay, and I'm gonna Rosa Parks.
So in the paperwork, it said we had to have three officers. I believe we didn't do the treasurer.
and then we're gonna vote for a fifth, and then
Yeah.
they can do the treasurer even.
Well, it says here we didn't need it, vice chair and the secretary.
Oh, okay.
So, you know of a fifth person? You know of a fifth person?
This is three precinct vice chair. That's
We looked over it, so he got on Mark. Done all of them. Okay, I don't have a problem.
1, 2, and Miss Thomas is in 5.
Okay.
You're missing Miss Waller. That's
Okay.
what y'all missing, y'all.
Oh, is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I know, yeah, you've been involved, yeah, sometimes, I trust what you say.
No.
Oh, exactly.
I feel like this is really active, and I feel like it's.
Oh, I understand.
And I feel like both of them.
Yeah, no, I understand. I got the two of them now. The dad, and, you know, one of my kids, and then I'm.
And it's good to be inserted to have a good, going and putting to the whole people don't want to.
So.
Yeah, I'd be willing to, if someone else wanted.
Shy.
I'd rather do just one, just instead of.
So we'll see what Mr. Miller said, we don't wanna keep out.
All right, we'll do the secretary. I would- Okay, so. figure out what-
Okay. And I never do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Bryce. Yeah, it sounds good.
So do you have a problem that has a thing, so you don't like that? Okay, but if we send you stuff like information.
Oh, yeah, I look it up.
Okay, okay, you just may not respond, and then they say, yeah, that's it, yeah, okay.
Okay, all right, so it's 5 minutes into. And then it's like an hour. Please check it. So we have our assignments for next month on the 12th. Okay, what we're looking for, if you have any other ideas, any other suggestions, I am more than willing to hear those suggestions, and we will vote on those suggestions.
Okay, I have one. Since we, and she kindly accepted, can you get in touch with Miss Yolanda and give her all our phone numbers? And she can kind of make a little copy and.
We can do it right now.
In fact, you want me to do that right now, hold up a second here.
Yes, and then when we come back together, you can give us a copy
Secretary for
for the whole, yeah, for the once a month.
Everybody get your numbers down.
Oh, yeah, Mark.
Take your numbers down.
Mark.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Some more of these, we're passing out outside, all out.
I got that from, Councilwoman Roberts, I seen her earlier on, so that,
Okay. Miss here, I need you to do this part, so you call them. And where, it's only 5, so I'm willing to let these numbers. You know,
Like you take information on the sheet.
okay. You know, and I came back.
Okay,
Came back. So we have, Mr. Rice is gonna stand up and just say to it will. Come on, okay. Wait, we don't have. Okay, no, okay, go ahead.
Say for the night, Shannon.
Night.
Yeah, the night. I mean, the 12, yeah.
It's 12.
You know, and that one is a 12.
Yeah.
And between 9 and 12, we need to have.
That's right. That's right.
So let me ask this, is anyone opposed to a text thread?
No,
I can't hear you.
I am not opposed.
Anyone opposed to a text thread?
I am not opposed.
Opposed to it? Okay, I'll do the phone call.
Yeah,
I want to carry.
I'm not opposed to it. That sounds like a great idea. And that is actually a very effective way to keep everybody quickly abreast of stuff.
I don't mind call, text, it's whatever.
So then maybe we can look at, each district has one person, the chat, whoever the, involved.
Yeah.
And they can communicate with each other.
Yeah,
And then it's their responsibility.
just put it down.
Right.
I like
sign.
that. I like that. So what is a good time to call you?
I already got your name.
Yeah, pretty much call me. Yeah.
So this is how I am to the group. You can call me at any time. If I don't answer, just leave me a voicemail. Because if I'm in the hospital, inside the hospital, because I have, or the dementia clinic, some areas don't pick up.
Yes.
So I can work with them. If that happens, if you call me and I don't answer, I will return your call.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an hour past since I would entertain a motion to adjourn to the next meeting.
So move.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Thank you, Mr. Lee.